Who said, and please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
This is mad now.
Yeah. What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You're back in the lab with your favorite neighbor, your man, Marq Nash. He is I am another one. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. How y'all feel? What's the deal? Make some noise for yourself. Absolutely. Feels good, man. Feels good to be back. Feel good to be back, man. I don't know if y'all know this, but I told a couple people when the show ended on Wednesday and we did our members post game, my internet went out and it has not been back up since. Oh man. 2022 with no internet. 2022 with no internet for 3 days. Y'all know I've been here losing my mind. So I've been calling AT&T. And they've been giving me a lot of, well, you have an outage in your area, Mr. Nash.
I want to hear that.
No, I want to hear that. I want my shit working when it's supposed to work. So I've been on the phone with them for about an hour, trying to figure out what's going on. They told me they're gonna get somebody out here. Guess when they said. Guess. Tuesday, man. Tuesday?
No!
Tuesday. So from now to Tuesday, I'm gonna be calling other service providers, man, because I gotta have my internet working, and I need it working at a high level. Because by Tuesday, that'll be a week. A week? Nah, man, we ain't doing that. We better fix this internet. So I'm doing this thing with my mobile hotspot right here. So I'm gonna try to get it in and get it off, get it done. And we're gonna have a good conversation while we can. If y'all want to join the conversation, get it in while you can, because we're gonna go to members only so I can go to my phone. I'll be using a phone, and I'll keep the show going, but that's gonna be members only. But man, because I was telling Show More, I said they'll let me keep using that hotspot all month. They just gonna charge me for it next month. You feel me? So shout out to my boy Show More. We got it's a viewer's choice episode, but y'all see the title, you see the thumbnail, Crawford and Spence. I'm losing hope. I have lost hope. I've lost hope that we will get this fight this year. And I'm also losing hope.
I got a call, Mark. I'll be back.
All right, yeah. And I'm also losing hope that we're gonna get this fight at all. That's just me. I've lost faith. Let me do a couple shout outs real quick. Shout out to all my neighbors. You got much flavor. Peace to peace. Let me do that. Shout out to let me run through them. But shout out to everybody who's here early too. Let's make some noise for you. Absolutely. Let me run through a couple of these member shout outs first, and then we can shout out to everybody else who's here. Shout out to my guy Brandon Washington.
What up?
Born Supreme.
What up?
Karma Serene.
What up?
Lisa Bell, she never fails.
What up?
That guy Eclipse 330 early.
What up?
Ace Retro, what up?
What up?
Lady Shan, what up?
What up?
Doug Right Side.
What up?
Jake Lago.
What up?
Rider of the Storm.
What up?
Boxing Lounge.
What up?
Taint the Sweet Science Examiner.
What up?
My boy Piero.
What up?
D Bevel the Champ.
What up?
Appreciate you, Rob G.
What up?
And our first member ever, Derek Lincoln. Appreciate you, man.
What up?
Hey, I see some of these members, your icon has changed because you guys hit your first month. Okay. Y'all want, hey, look, you're gonna graduate to that red bucket in no time. Right now, they got their hard hat on, they got their helmets in, but shout out to the 1 month members. Hit their 1 month anniversary. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah. Dope. Appreciate y'all supporting the show in a major way. And shout out to everybody else in the chat. What's up, Monica? Ty, what up? 2025. My boy Ty said the fight gonna happen in 2025. I gave up, y'all. I gave up. I'm off this fight, yo. I was telling people I don't care when that fight happens. If this year, I can't even go to it no more. My money's spent, homie. I can't even afford to go anymore. If it's gonna be in November, that's my Thanksgiving, Christmas. I'm sorry, man. I'm not canceling Christmas for this fight.
Yes, you are, bro.
I bet you I won't. I bet you I won't. If so, my name ain't Marq Nash. I bet you I won't, homie. I'm done, homie. I'm done. I'm frustrated. I'm pissed off. I'm past it, homie. I'll watch it. I'll buy the pay-per-view. I'll give him $100 for it. That's my max. I'll give him $100 for it. As far as me flying out.
It won't be the same, bro, without you there getting me down the press row.
No. Nah, you're going to be all right. You'll find a way to press row. You're going to find a way to press row without me. I'm just not going to be able to do it, bro. I've just lost hope.
Yeah,
I've lost hope.
It's frustrating, man. I get it. I really do. I understand it's frustrating. But we gotta. This fight is for boxing, man. This is a fight that could save boxing, bro.
Please explain that. You got your TV
because
on the back.
This fight is.
You
turn my TV. I'm watching Fire Masters right now. I'm trying to get my barbecue skills up. But
down just a little bit though, so it ain't bleeding into the show.
Yeah, we turn it down. Yeah, we don't need Fire Masters on your show. Even though I am the grill master, but you know,
I can always use you out the grill, bro. You don't need to watch.
I'm the grill master, bro. But I can always use some pointers. You know what I'm saying? They be doing shit like motherfucking apple crumble on a grill. That's some new shit. You can't do that.
Nigga, I was killing it at the Waffle House. I was putting the apple crumbles on the grill and the waffle. What you mean? I was
there you go.
Real lot for 2 summers, man. All
right. But yeah, man, what I was saying is this fight could save boxing because this is gonna be a great fight, man. This is gonna be. I don't know if it'll be on the level of Ray and Hearns 1, but it will be close. I guarantee you that.
Didn't Ray win a gold medal?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Ray was getting more money than these dudes were getting in what, the 80s, man. He was just a star.
In 79. In 79.
Star. Come on, man. He's still
I'm talking about the fight, though. I mean, the fight, the hype behind Leonard and Hearns was huge, but the fight lived up to it. Just like Hagler and Hearns, there's only 3 rounds, but the fight lived up to the hype. You know what I mean? I think this fight, Crawford and Spence, is going to live up to that. You know, I'm the number 1 Bud fan. You know, I'm the president of the fan club, but I couldn't sit here honestly and say that Spence don't have a chance because he does. He's a good fighter. You know what I mean? So this fight is not going to be a walk in the park for either guy, but I just think Bud's going to come out on top. I think he's the better fighter.
Yeah, man, I'm past this shit, man.
I could tell.
Yeah, man, I'm just frustrated, man. I'm just so frustrated. Like, how long is too long to do wrong? Like, you see, I mean,
we've been waiting for 5 years for this fight, haven't we? Like 4 years, 5 years.
And look, and I don't care what nobody say. I blame the big fish, homie. If you
blame Kissy Fish.
If he the big fish, that means he got all the big problems. Look, the burden go to you. If you the A side, you the big dog. That means the burden is on you. That means you the one holding it up then, because you want to clean up your side of the street first. You want to take the easy route. I'm frustrated, man. I'm past that shit, man.
Well, the thing is, man, that would be true. What you saying would be true if Errol Spence ran his own career. And I've been telling you from the time I met you, bro, that he doesn't.
He said
he doesn't run his career. I don't care what he says. He doesn't. He's going to fight when Heyman tells him to fight, where Heyman tells him to fight, and who Heyman tells him to fight. That's just the facts.
Well, I got a survey in the chat. Did you answer the survey? Did you click on it? You got a choice?
No, I have to go out to look at it.
Okay. Shout out to Lady
Yeah.
Stan, Modern Boxing. What up? Lisa Bell. What up? PJ. What up? The survey is basically asking you all this. Do I sound really loud? What up? Lisa Bell. What up? PJ. What up?
Hold on. That's me believing back in.
The sur-
I sound loud as hell, huh? You turn my mic down just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, so I have a survey in the chat, right? And in the survey, I'm asking basically, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, still happening this year? Not happening this year? Will happen early next year? Not happening at 147, maybe never. 48% of you guys still believe in Christmas. I mean, believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. All right. No disrespect. I'm just saying, man, I'm losing hope. Show more. Is there any hope out there? Where is it at? Because I all the news is the same news.
Hey man, you gotta listen to our brother, the Honorable Reverend Jesse Jackson, man. You gotta keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
And what did that get Jesse? What did it get Jesse?
Rich. Made him rich.
Respectfully, respect. What did he get rich off of that? Did he though? Oh no.
He got rich off of that, and a little race hustling mixed in, but you know.
Oh man. Okay. Hey, look. That's boxing then. Hey, there we go. I should keep hope alive. Get rich like Jesse. All right, look. Did you see the weigh-in today? Mo Hooker missed the weight. Came in at what?
No, I spoke with you. You told me. I didn't see it because I was busy. I've been busy all week. But yeah, I heard he missed weight by 3 pounds. That's huge.
Unprofessional, right?
Well, in one vein, you're right. It's unprofessional because you contracted to fight at 147, so it is unprofessional. But on the second note, we all know, especially as we get older and we start filling out, sometimes the weight you lose is the weight you can lose, and that's it. How many times have you seen these UFC guys pass out? We just seen Jaime Munguia pass out. We've seen a lot of guys passing out trying to make weight, bro. If you don't do it properly, if you don't have a nutritionist, you don't have all that shit on staff, it's hard, man. Who's cutting that weight? 147 is not very much, but it's a lot of weight to cut for a guy who probably walks around about 170. You know?
Yeah, but here's the deal, though. Gotta be professional, man. That's your job,
right? But see, you kind of old school like me, man. You used to guys like Hagler and Hearns and all these guys who stay B-Hop. These guys, Roy Jones, who stayed within 10 pounds, 15 pounds of weight all year. You know what I'm saying? They was always in shape. Floyd Mayweather, always in shape. You know what I mean?
All right, listen to what Blair the Flair had to say, because Blair the Flair is coming off a knockout loss. Now he's fighting the guy who's coming in to fight with an advantage. Listen to this.
Let's send it over right now to Bethel Duran with Blair the Flair Cox.
And Blair, this week has been very professional, very cordial with Maurice Hooker. But things changed yesterday when your camp was told that the fight was no longer at 47. How did you feel that he couldn't give the welterweight weight?
Well, what I see is a whole bunch of unprofessionalism. People need to make weight. This is what we do.
He's not normal Blair the Flair with the woo. He said, what I see is a lot of unprofessionalism, and this is what we do.
You don't lose by the scale.
You said you shouldn't be losing by the scale. Blair the Flair would never lose by the scale.
Blair doesn't lose by the scale. Blair the Flair works very hard, and we have an extremely great team.
So I work very hard, blah, blah, blah. So let's cut to Mo Hooker, what Mo Hooker had to say about missing weight.
Right. And just a minute, we're going to send it over right now to Bethel.
So somebody there was trying to give Blair the Flair some smoke. Give Mo Hooker some smoke from Blair the Flair camp. Obviously, they're not even fighting, but Mo Hooker took umbrage to it. This is what he had to say.
Why you mad at me because you didn't make weight? You mad at me because you didn't make weight? I'm on what you want. I'm on what you want. You're mad at me. I'm on what you want. Mad at me because you didn't make weight?
Hey, stay professional. Stay professional. Stay professional, buddy.
All right. Mo, what's going on right now?
Yes, sir. It's work time, man. All that shit talk. He ain't even fight to talk. Don't worry about your shit, man. I'm ready, babe.
What happened with the weight?
Man, shit happened. It's boxing. It's life. Shit happened, man. Shit happened, man. I mean, I got a lot on my mind, man.
I got a lot on my mind.
Yeah, it is what it is.
My man said, I'm human.
We know you human. We know he's not boxing a kangaroo on Saturday.
Well, now they're camping.
Yeah, you know, she happy, man. I mean, I got a lot on my mind, man. Yeah, you know.
He looked like he looked down, like he was about to say my knee, or like I don't, or my. He said my, and then he stopped. He said I got a lot on my mind, my, and he looked down. Then he just shrugged his arms up like he didn't want to give away too much.
She happy, man. I mean, I got a lot on my mind, man. Yeah, you know.
He said me and my, and he stopped right there. I don't know. He's gonna say my niece, my need, my you know. I don't know. My Neptune's album that I usually run to was skipping, so I couldn't get my miles in. Whatever he was gonna say.
Yeah, what it is.
Well, now they're camping mad at you because you missed like 3 pounds.
Well, we're gonna see tomorrow who mad at who. Let's have it tomorrow in the ring. Yeah, that's professional. Let's have it tomorrow in the ring.
Yeah, professional. Hand the bar in the ring. Man, you missed weight by 3 pounds. 3 pounds, brother. Cool Breeze, what up? Said facts, Nash. What I say? I be dropping a lot of facts. I forget. Amel, what up? Drumming for life, what up? Appreciate y'all. Fresh Press, what up? Hey, look, man. Shelton Moore, 3 pounds, man. Now, people are saying, well, look, they're still fighting. Hasim Rahman missed weight too. Like, and that fight is canceled. Talk to me about the duality of that. Because here's the deal for real. If your favorite fighter, let's just say Bud and Spence. Let's just, matter of fact, here we go. Shakur Stevens. Matter of fact, I'll slow down. I'm gonna slow down. Give me your take on this, and then I'll get to the Jake Paul, Hasim Rahman. Give me your take on Mo Hooker and, you know, fighting a guy coming off a knockout loss, and then you coming in there 3 pounds heavier.
Hey, if he couldn't make weight, he couldn't make weight. It was up to the guy who made weight to make a decision. Do I want to fight or don't I? He would have been within his rights to say, nope, I'm not fighting you. You didn't make weight. But Cobbs knows he has to take this fight. He's coming off a loss. He's 33, almost 34 years old. He's still a prospect. If he wants any kind of credibility in the sport, he had to take this fight because both of these guys are going to come in tomorrow night about 160, 165. Both these guys. So,
but
if he did back out of this fight, there would be questions coming off a knockout loss to a guy you were supposed to beat, supposedly.
Mo Hooker? You talking about he was supposed to? You talking about Roca? Was that Roca? I think Roca he fought. Who did he lose to? Who knocked Blair the Flair out last fight? Blair the Flair. Let me see. Who knocked Blair the Flair out? Blair Cobb.
Can you hear me?
Blair. Yeah. Who knocked him out his last fight? I forgot.
Alexis Rocha.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Alexis Rocha. Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's supposed to beat Alexis Rocha, according to him. He's undefeated. Rocha had 1 loss. Rocha was a bum. Rocha was this. Rocha was that. Rocha kicked your ass.
Yeah.
So either you're not what you think you are, or Rocha's a lot more than you said he was. So in that position, the position he's in, he couldn't back out of this fight over 3 pounds. Now he's going to get 20% or 30% of his purse. I don't know what the rule is in Texas. I know in California, you miss weight, you give up 20% of your purse to the opposing fighter if they take the fight. So I don't know what the rule is in Texas, but I know what it is in California.
Fresh Press said they announced Bud's last fight with Sean in September and the fight was in November. So I'm using that to keep hope alive. All right. Salute. What up, though?
What up?
I don't know about that, Fresh Press. You right, though, but shit, man. This fight is going to be a bigger fight. It's going to be more expensive, man. I don't know. I ain't got it like that, Fresh Press, where I could just put that. It's going to be a couple thousand, man. And right there, Thanksgiving and Christmas, man, for this, give me some time. Why do we get all these months for all these other fights that we don't really care about? I mean, we're going to watch them, but we don't care about them like we want this fight. They're giving us a lot of time in advance to prepare, buy your flight, buy your hotel. This right here, shit they doing with this fight right here, I never heard of it, bro.
You never heard of it.
Never heard of it. I don't like it neither. Far as this goes, This is a bad thing for Blair to Flair, man. I think they setting him up, man. They lining Blair to Flair up, yo. He getting lined up. I think he getting lined up. They setting him up for something bad to happen to him, man. And then people are gonna just say he a bum when he go in there and lose, but nobody's gonna remember that the opponent came in 3 pounds overweight. Told him the day before, look, I ain't gonna make the weight tomorrow, bro. Come on.
No excuses, Mark. He told you he wasn't gonna make the weight. You had a decision to make right then and there. Do I want to fight or don't? Obviously, Blair wants to fight, so hey, you know what I say, man. Once you make the ring walk, you get in the ring, no excuses. You took the fight.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, bro. Just feel like they lining them up, man. Lining them up, setting them up for failure, bro. His team is setting them up for failure, if you ask me. That's your team setting you up. I will say this about the other way in, the Jake Paul and Logan Paul weigh-in. What you think of that? The old boy Hasim Rahman did a weigh-in today for a canceled fight. He did a weigh-in for a canceled fight. You ever heard of that?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. He's just trying to shit on. He's just trying to shit on Paul because, number one, let's be honest. Let's keep it all the way 100, as the youngsters say. Why are you trying to drag a heavyweight down to 205?
200.
200. Right.
Yeah, 200.
Why are you trying to drag a heavyweight down to 200 pounds?
Nobody put a gun to his head. I'm gonna use what you just said. He signed the contract. He said he could make the weight.
That's true. That's true. But there's a whole lot of guys that weigh 200 running around here that fight at cruiserweight. You could have fought. You say you're a real fighter.
Like whose name is
Maris Breedis? He ain't got a broken jaw. He broke the guy's jaw that beat him for his title, but he ain't got a broken jaw.
People know that Rahman name though. That's a legacy name though.
He wasn't gonna beat Rockman anyway, bro. Rockman was gonna beat his ass up.
Shit. I saw that footage Rockman put up with him getting his ass hit with that overhand right by Jake Paul, talking about he's a runner, he's a track star. Man, he just blasted your ass with that right hand. You a sucker for his best punch, the overhand right. He probably was gonna.
You can believe in Jake Paul if you choose to, brother. I do not. I do not. Jake Paul has beaten an MMA fighter coming off a hip replacement with a beer belly. He's beaten Tyron Woodley, who, in my opinion, took a dive. He beat a basketball player. And who else did he beat?
A YouTuber.
A YouTuber.
He beat, yeah, that was the first.
Hey, brother, what's happening? A YouTuber.
But look, he
so,
don't support.
If you want to believe in that guy, you go right ahead.
He didn't supposed to beat those retired MMA fighters neither, though.
Come on.
He didn't supposed to beat him.
Ben Askren? Yeah, he was supposed to beat him. That dude can't fight. He can't box. He can wrestle. That's all he did when he was in MMA was wrestle. Never threw a punch. That's the same guy got knocked out by a 170-pound guy with a flying knee. That guy.
But Paul wasn't fighting nobody. He didn't have no fighting experience. Ben Askren has seen more punches and thrown more punches and taken more punches than Jake Paul. He was supposed to beat Jake Paul. Damn sure Tyron Woodley was supposed to beat him, right?
Yes. Tyron Woodley was supposed to beat him. Yes. But Woodley had him. Woodley had him against the ropes, had him hurt and stunned, and backed off of him. I saw that with my own 2 eyes. So
y'all said that nigga took a dive. Y'all better stop that shit. Y'all ain't seen the angle. You can hear the shot where it go boom and see the damn sweat fly off his waves.
Did you see Jake Paul bounce the ropes held him up? Did you see that part?
Oh, when Woodley caught him with a good shot early in the fight. Yeah, Woodley caught him with a good shot early in the fight. Yeah, and he smothered his own work, couldn't get the job done. But I don't think he took no dive. That motherfucker got face down, ass up with the dude wipes on his trunk showing for God and country. He got his ass.
That was in the second fight. The first fight, he took a dive. I don't know about the second fight, but the first fight, he dove. He dove like motherfucking Greg Louganis. He dove.
The first fight went to the cards.
He dove, bro. Like Greg Louganis. He dove.
But we seen guys back off before. We seen guys hit Mayweather with a shot, Mayweather on the ropes, and they back off. Remember, we seen Bivol had Canelo on the ropes. He backed off. He just because somebody backed off don't mean they taking a dive.
I don't believe in Jake Paul. There's no argument you can make to make me believe Jake Paul is legit.
You on that Troy Graham shit now. You on that Troy Graham shit. I don't give a damn.
I don't. I don't. Not about Jake Paul, I don't.
Don't give a damn what you say, Marq Nash. My mind is made up.
It is.
I don't give a damn.
Salute to the big homie Troy Graham.
Troy, I don't give a damn Graham. All right. But I'm going to tell you, at least hear me out, right? We seen guys back off a guy before. We saw Cotto back off of Mayweather when Mayweather was on the ropes. He was like, nah, I ain't falling in there. We saw Bivol do that with Canelo. He was like, nah, I'm good right there. I'm going to just stay out here. I'm whooping your ass easy on the middle of the rope. I ain't going to the ropes. Taking a dive because he backed off.
He took a dive, bro. Jake Paul cannot fight. He's not a boxer. If he is a boxer, he told Eddie Hearn, he said, give me any one of your guys with under 10 fights and I'll fight him. Never heard anything back from him.
We never heard nothing from Eddie Hearn either.
Nobody. Look. Okay, there's a young undefeated light heavyweight prospect. I forget his name. He fights on he fights for Matchroom DAZN. Fight that guy. Fight that guy.
Drummond, my boy Drummond for life said, remember Ugas backed off for Errol? Yep. Talk to me, Lady Shan. What up, though?
What up, Mark? What up, King Moore?
Love you, Chan.
Love you too. Love you more.
How you feel?
He took that was a dive. I'm with Shelton. He had Jake Paul right on the ropes and he backed away to the middle of the ring and waited and let him recover. That was a dive.
I thought a dive mean you go down or something. Why he just didn't get hit and get knocked out or take a knee or I threw my shoulder out. We seen more creative ways of people taking a dive, yo.
Yeah, you don't have to be knocked out to take a knee to take a dive. You can go out, you can do your dive kind of respectfully and be like, I'll make it go to the cards, but I'm not going to get knocked. I'm not going to take a knee, but I'm not going to push the pressure to win. It was a dive. It was so blatantly obvious. That was a dive.
But it seemed like he would get more out of life if he would have won that fight.
We don't know contracts.
What, beating Jake Paul?
Yeah, I mean, bet on yourself.
You don't get anything out of that. No professional fighter gains anything by beating Jake Paul.
Don't.
No,
except for a check. You get a nice check, but that's about it.
Yeah, facts.
Y'all tripping, man. Y'all tripping. Your name gonna be everywhere, man. You're gonna blow up overnight, baby.
No, you're not.
By beating a 6-0 YouTuber. How?
I mean, do you know, Mark? Do you know the real reason why this fight got canceled?
What was Willie's record though? 1-0. I mean 0-0, right? That was his pro debut.
But Tyron Woodley was like undefeated in the MMA.
He's supposed to beat the guy.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. He's supposed to have beat Jake Paul, but he took a dive.
But in Vegas, he was the underdog. People had Jake Paul, right? What? Oh, I can pull it up. Let me Google that.
It don't matter. Whatever the stat said, that geezer took a dive.
Tell him again, Chan. That geezer took a dive.
Took a dive. Mm-hmm.
Do you know the real reason why that fight got canceled, Marq Nash?
Yeah.
It wasn't the weight.
It was the weight.
Ticket sales were atrocious.
Yeah.
Man, we see atrocious ticket sales and the fight still go on all the time. Stop it, fam. Stop the cap.
Not when you're going to make a big loss like that and you sign to Showtime. And no. If the number, it's the math ain't mathing, it's easier to pull out and just lose like your deposit. Trust me.
Do you know how much it costs to get a date? Do you know how much it costs to get a date at Madison Square Garden, bro?
According to Dana White, it was $500,000.
Right.
$500,000.
Okay, $500,000. If you ain't made $500,000 in ticket sales and the fight's a week away, what do you do?
I haven't even got my money back.
I think a lot of people buy pay-per-view the day of and the week of, man. I think people buy, especially in New York, people buy tickets the week of. People will walk by a venue and buy tickets in places like New York.
Was you gonna buy that shit?
The pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna buy it.
Was it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Better than me.
I was. Yeah, no, I was because it was wrong.
I'll write it
Better
off.
than me.
Yeah, I'll write it off though. I'll write it off.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give a damn if I did write it off. I'm not buying that shit.
I would have bought it just because it's rock in there. Yeah, I would have bought that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, but that's different, Chan. You got a relationship with Rock and his family, so that's different.
The reason, yeah. But other than that, I wouldn't have. Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying that shit.
No one was buying
that shit.
No one was buying it.
That's kind of like motherfucking what was that fight we had on January 1st, right in the middle of the bowl games? Martin and Ortiz. Did nobody buy that shit?
Let me ask y'all this: if he took a dive the first time, what happened the second time when he got put to sleep? Jake Paul put his ass in the dirt. Don't tell me that was fake. Y'all watch enough boxing, y'all know that was a real knockout. Now, what happened in that fight?
I saw the highlights. I didn't watch that shit.
Maybe you just didn't.
You know what? To be honest with you, Mark, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even really give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care.
Fuck them cats.
They're trying to take away that man win, man.
Fuck that man.
Right. Fuck them.
Jake Paul is a man. He's not a boy.
Fuck that man.
They're not even who cares about them? They're not even real boxers.
We're talking about it because it's news. It happened today, Lady Shan. I care about it.
I'm saying
People care about it. That shit trending, you Lady Shan.
No, I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things, Tyrone Woodley and Jake Paul, like, I get it. We're talking about it, but I mean, who cares who won, who died? It was rubbish. It's a load of shit.
Man, that was a good knockout, man. Y'all just want to take away from Jake Paul's win. But in the meantime, I got my boy Troy. I don't give a damn Graham in the building. What up, Troy?
Big Troy, my man.
How you doing? Is that Shelton?
That's me, man. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, I'm alive, man. I'm flying. I'm good. Thanks for asking.
That's good. Well, great to hear your voice, bro.
Well, thank you. But yeah, Mark, I see that you're talking about Spence and Crawford. I'll make a quick comment. That thing's as dead as disco. It ain't happening. You got one that's 35, one that's 32. It ain't happening.
He's 34. He's not 35 yet.
And then May sign it to Death Row. That's actually a first in rap that you got a guy that was signed with Puffy, Bad Boy, and now he's going over to Death Row. That's a good thing, man. If he can make his money over there, that's a good thing.
Well, he hasn't so far.
Reggie said y'all need to stop with the Dana White lies. He said those are Dana White lies talking about the fight was canceled due to ticket sales.
But the tickets were, but they checked the tickets were not selling though. That's a fact.
They'll drop the tickets down the week of though. Y'all know that.
I didn't know Reggie was a Jake Paul lover. My bad, Reg. I don't want to disrespect your favorite fighter,
all day
homie.
long.
They love us.
I don't want to disrespect your favorite fighter, homie. My bad.
Nah, I'm fucking around. But look, man, they'll drop the prices of the tickets. Like if the tickets were too high, they'll drop them tickets out to like $20, $30, man. Y'all know that, man. Y'all been to enough fights. Y'all know how this business works.
That shit ain't worth $20, $30.
Yeah, they weren't selling, Mark. They still wasn't selling. It still wasn't selling enough. It wasn't selling. It just wasn't.
So we ain't never seen no fight so we've never seen no fights with empty arenas, is what y'all saying. That's the new thing. So going forward, what do y'all say when y'all see fights and the tickets don't sell? Because we see fights where they don't sell all the time.
Those are professional boxers. I'll watch that. I'm not watching no motherfucking Jake Paul.
That's a different. You move the goalpost. No, they don't cancel the fight just because the tickets aren't selling, though, bro.
If you gotta pay this motherfucker $1 million, and you gotta lot of million bucks, so you gotta pay him a big payday, and you gotta pay this other motherfucker a big payday, and ain't nobody making no money. No. White
Hold up,
folks is in business to make money, not to
Jake Paul
lose
is
it.
the promoter. He is the promoter. He paying himself. He cut himself a check.
Exactly. That's why he didn't want to be in the fight, because he wasn't making no money.
Making no money, mate. Yeah. We weren't.
It was a pay-per-view though.
That nobody was.
I just told you wasn't nobody gonna buy that shit, man.
They checked the analytics. That no one was really interested in that.
So by that logic, that's why we can't get the Terence Crawford fight too. They checked the analytics. And Tim Scott from PBC said people gonna steal the fight. They're not gonna pay for it.
Yeah, but that's out of context. They're just capping on that. They know that people are dying to see that fight. You can see it on YouTube alone. Everyone's dying to see that fight. They're putting that false narrative out there because they don't want to make the fight. That's not the truth, though.
Shout out to Ace Retro. He said, "I'm sorry, you need more than Amanda on the undercard for the pay-per-view to be over 60." Which she did a hell of a job with her fight on the pay-per-view. One in the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And she headlined.
No, it was on the zone. It was on the zone. It wasn't a pay-per-view. It was on the zone.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the zone fight, and you got to pay her too. So Jake Paul got to pay himself, pay Rockman, and pay her, and you're not making no money. No.
No.
Nah, make his bread.
Not making no money.
Okay. Somebody said the circus show will continue. It will drumming for life. One monkey don't stop no show. Not
well,
calling.
Why he didn't find an opponent then? Why he didn't find a replacement? And see, in big fights, right? If the guy pulls out, they have a replacement. Why he didn't find a replation?
Listen, Sheldon, I'm trying to tell you, he was the replacement. Tommy Fury was the main guy.
Yeah, we'll get.
Well, you knew for months that Tommy Fury couldn't get in the U.S. So stop the cap. You knew for months he couldn't get in the U.S. You've been knowing that.
Replacement. No. They was trying to get Tommy Fury over. You don't remember that?
Look how much that Jake Paul was still trying to make that fight happen, though. He didn't just cancel it. He was like, all right, I'll come to the UK and then your purse will be 500 grand. Tommy Fury was like, nah. With this one, with the Ruttman, there was like, nah, the fight's just cancelled, just off. That's it. It was different. It was a different fight.
Replacement to the replacement.
Okay,
get another replacement.
Man,
let me ask Reggie a question, Mark. Let me ask Reggie a question.
Cut your losses. You don't need to find a replacement to the replacement.
Yeah, you do. You can do. Of course you can.
I said you
don't. Let me ask Reggie a question real quick.
Hold up. People already didn't want Hassan Rottman Jr. They didn't want him. They wanted to see him versus Tommy Fury. So then they got Hassan Rottman Jr. They got some history together due to sparring. We thought that was gonna be built up. Hassan Rottman showed up. He's a runner. He's a track star. Did all of that shit at the press conference, only to say I can't make the 200. Let's do 205. They said, all right, well, no, let's do 215. They was like, look, because 205 you got to midnight. They said by 8 o'clock they was like, you know what? Fuck that. It's over. You think they went this far just to lie? So that's gonna be. I just can't believe that, man. Just because the tickets wasn't selling good, they canceled the fight. We seen a lot.
You put way too much stock in Jake Paul, bro. Reggie's comment,
I believe in Showtime, Steven Espinoza, and just the business of boxing. They've seen that before, and they'll recoup it another way. They'll drop those ticket sale prices as it gets closer if they're not reaching their mark. We've seen it with Tank Davis tickets. Remember those?
Okay, well,
we saw Wilder Fury.
That's a perfect example. Tank Davis perfect example. Tank Davis versus Barrios was not selling. It was not selling. They had them tickets high as hell. If you waited to the fight week, you got a closer seat for cheaper than the people who paid nosebleeds.
Shit, I paid $900 for 2 tickets. What are you talking about?
For Barrios,
when I met you.
Okay.
I paid $900 for 2 of them tickets. What are you talking about?
But you bought your tickets early though, right? I
bought my tickets a month out when the fight got signed. A month before the fight, I bought my ticket.
Okay. Now,
and that place, you was there. That place was packed out.
But they lowered the ticket prices. I'm telling you, the tickets that my brother-in-law got up there in the nosebleeds were a little over $100 a pop for him and my sister.
It's the nosebleeds.
Let me finish, man. I waited to the week of the fight
and I got a ticket right by them for about 60, 70, about half of what they paid. And
that's cool.
And even still on fight night, I was able to go down, sit there with Kyle and DJ, second and third row, because there was so many empty seats still there. It was not packed out. It was a lot of spots you could have sat at and stole a seat. It was not a sellout.
When Tank fought, by the time Tank fought, that place was packed.
It was not. It was still empty seats you could have stole, bro. I'm telling you. We was looking at them from across the arena. It was not.
It was packed enough that it made financial sense. Like Tank's purse is small, Barrio's purse is even smaller. Jake Paul's purse is massive. Amanda Serrano's purse is big due to Jake Paul. It just wasn't cost effective.
What was his purse and what was her purse, Lady Shan?
I'm not sure, but remember he inflated her marquee value.
I'm just saying, you put that out there like I thought.
With Katie Taylor, he made sure that she got what $1 million for that fight.
That was for Undisputed, man.
Yeah, I know, but then she's not going to go too much lower than that anymore, is she? She's still a good fight champion.
Fighting her mandatory. This won't nobody, no star. This wasn't no undisputed champion. You fighting somebody for their belt, and she was headline.
But let me ask you this: who the fuck knows Hasim Rahman Jr.?
That's why you only got to offer him $250,000.
Who knows him? And if nobody knows him, ain't no.
You know the name.
Nobody buying that fight. More people know Tyron Woodley than him. More people know Ben Askren than him. More people know motherfucking what's that basketball player's name? The little guy, Nate Robinson. More people know Nate Robinson than Hasim Rahman Jr. Come on, man. Come on. Nobody knows who this dude is.
And y'all want to give him a lesser known opponent than that week of. Hey, what was your question, Reggie?
Huh? I want to ask Reggie. Okay, he said the people on the panel are not who they market these fights to. Well, if they market these fights to casuals, Reggie, even less people know who the fuck Hasim Rahman Jr. is.
Facts.
They know Jake Paul.
Jake Paul against who? Ain't nobody paying no $70 for that shit. Jake Paul against who? Who is that dude? Rahman Jr. Who the fuck is that? People damn near don't even know who Hasim Rahman is.
I was just about to say that. That's a fact.
So goddamn, they damn sure don't know who Junior is.
And coming off a loss.
Boxing fans know the Rockman name. Casual fans
and boxing fans wasn't gonna buy this fucking fight.
And casual fans know Jake Paul.
Come on, man. You can spin it any way you want to. Wasn't nobody buying that bullshit ass fight.
Facts. It wasn't.
It's not facts.
Because we saw that you check the tickets. That there was empty seats, rows and rows and rows and rows and rows. It was empty.
But you can have faith in him, Marq Nash. That's cool.
Stand on your square, for real.
I'm just saying, man. I know it's easy to blame the white man for everything.
I'm blaming both of them.
I know y'all want to blame the white man, Jake Paul.
I blame both. They both had a part.
Fuck the white man. The white man can't fight. Fuck him.
You signed up to be £200. You couldn't make the weight, so why did you sign up to do that thing? They both play a part in it.
Eastside Leak said more people know me than Rockman Jr. Damn, man. Troy, you ain't gonna stand in for your Rockman brothers. What up?
I was waiting. Yeah.
Let's go, Troy.
I'm gonna say this. Honestly, I wish the fight would have happened because it would have benefited both men. One, this was the first time that Jake took on a real boxer because I see Rahman Jr. as a real boxer. And two, it would put him on. It would put Junior on a real big stage, and he could showcase his skills and all that. But Junior knew he couldn't make 200. Junior's a big dude, man. You know, he couldn't make 200. But he said his sparring partner was like 198, and you know, and Jake has history to sparring partner, and he knows who he is. So he said the sparring partner was more than ready to step in and fight Jake, and he had a little name, so I don't know why that didn't pop off. And then they could have worked something else out, you know. maybe Junior could afford his older brother because he's what 200 pounds, right?
Right.
Right. So problem solved with that, man. Listen,
he's tied up. He's tied up, Troy. He can sign a contract with WWE right now.
You got to mute why somebody jump jump in because it'll start.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark.
Say it again.
But
Sean.
I said I was just telling Troy that Logan Paul can't fight nobody. He got a contract with WWE right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just in SummerSlam. He just wrestled. He just won. He just beat that fool, the TV dude. What's that motherfucker's name?
It don't matter. But look,
The Miz. Yeah. He just beat that motherfucker.
But peep this, y'all. Robin Jr. is the B-side. When have y'all ever heard of the B-side saying, well, I can't fight, but you can fight, old boy?
It never heard of it.
That ain't how this shit work.
Man, Jake Paul ain't shit. Get off that shit.
No, I'm talking about Rodman, man. Rodman can't just tell somebody who your hate for Jake Paul is so extreme, Shelton. You didn't even reply to what I said. You just said Jake Paul ain't shit. When have you ever heard that the B side can't make the fight, but they pick the opponent for the A side to fight? Come on, man.
When have you ever heard of a basketball player fighting a guy that's supposed to be a boxer?
A guy who's both guys are what? One guy's 1-0. Shit, Dominic Brazil is a football player, right? Last time I checked, one of your football players.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's a professional boxer.
Dominic Brazil was 21-0 and ranked number 3 in the WBC when he fought Wilder.
No, but he got
in the box. He was a football player before,
yeah. Before? Wilder was a football player too, right?
He's a basketball player.
Okay.
Before they get into boxing, but if you look at some of your favorite fighters, look who they fought in their first 3 and 4 fights.
Nobody.
Right. The guys other guys was making their debut too. What are those guys doing now? Who knows? You know what I mean? When you start off in boxing, your first couple guys, they ain't Golden Glove winners.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, you love Jake Paul, that's cool. I don't.
So you want to deflect. You don't even want to address the issue. But
I don't give a fuck. I just told you that 10 minutes ago. I don't give a fuck.
Shit, well, I want to talk and I give a fuck. Let me say this point. Peep this shit right here. I got Troy, I don't give a damn Graham, Lady Shan, and Shelton. What's his name? What was Shelton's name? Shelton, he's a bum more. Right. Shelton, he's a bum more. Lady Shan, I gotta get a good nickname for Lady Shan, but she cool. Her shit be changing all the time. But Troy, I don't give a damn Graham. That came from the boxing scholar. He gave you that name. I'll say this, y'all. Peep this scenario. Shakur Stevenson, right, says, "Hey, I want to fight. I can beat Spence at 147, right? I mean, I can beat Spence at 140. So Spence got to come down to 140. He's gonna go up from 30 to 40. Then we get closer to the fight, and Spence says, "Nah, I can't make that," and comes into the fight at 146.6. People gonna be like, "Yo, that's not fair. That's crazy." I could keep it even simpler. Let Crawford and Spence fight get made, and either one of those guys come in the fight 6.6 pounds heavier. Y'all are gonna lose your mind. Let Bud show up at 153.6, or let Spence show up at 153.6. Y'all gonna be like, "Oh, that's fucked up. He trying to get advantage." What's the difference in this fight? And these are professional fighters, and we know that shit ain't cool. So then you got a guy who's still getting his feet wet, fighting a guy who's 13-1 or 12-1.
12-1.
Trying to come in 6 and 7. Wanted to come in 15 pounds heavier than what we agreed to. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to be fair, man.
Yeah, I am fair on that. I agree with you. He should have made the weight.
No, but y'all keep saying it was canceled just because of the tickets. Y'all don't think that shit means something? Use that example.
So how come they just make the weight to then say and penalize like any other fight? Wait to the day of weigh-in and then penalize. Why are you penalizing before it's before the fight? Do it.
Yeah,
no, they can't. No, because they was trying to move it to 215. They said 205, and they gave them a time limit. But you ever watch this show called Shark Tank? You ever seen somebody make you a deal on Shark Tank? They'll make you a deal, and if you take too long to think about it, you're like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'm good.
So why couldn't they wait to weigh in to see if he made the weight? what I'm saying. Why did it have
they called and said we're not only my son ain't coming in more than 215. I mean, no lighter than 215. My son ain't coming in no lighter than 215. And they said, look, we'll bend at 205. You got to midnight to accept. They waited. I guess they was playing the waiting game about 8 o'clock. They called and said, you know what? Fuck it. The fight's off.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Well,
I got
personally, I don't care about the fight. I only want to see it because Junior was in the fight, and I have a lot of respect for that family. Yeah. But other than that, I really wasn't that interested in the fight. Because at the end of the day, I don't believe in Jake Paul and what he's doing. I just don't, and I just don't. I just think he needs to take a bath. He just looks dirty to me, and he's in an arena where I think he's playing around. I don't feel that he's all the way in. He's toe in, he's toe out. That's how I feel.
Let me go to this next one. What do y'all think about Mikey Garcia? Said he was sparring with AJ, prepping him for Usyk. Is this good or bad for AJ?
That's stupid.
Lady Shan, you in the UK, you take the lead on this one. What do you think it is?
Well, it's probably for speed. Because you saw Tyson Fury sparring little guys when he was prepping for Deontay Wilder as well.
135 pounders?
Yeah, there was. Pull up, there's the footage there. They were tiny.
Sparring, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he just go jogging with them. I mean, what?
No,
So
he's sparring with them as well. You chop it up and change the different weights. The little guys add speed, so you got to spar with them to try and get your.
You don't even reach your face half the time. These little guys.
Yeah, but it's not about. It's just about reactionary type. It's about being reactionary, not about having the power for the little guy to hurt you. He's there just to work on your speed.
Okay. So you cool with this? Mikey Garcia versus Mikey Garcia sparring with AJ. You think that's a good move for AJ?
Well, that's not the only sparring partner that he has, is it? If that was the other one, then I'd have a problem with it. But he's obviously sparring heavyweights as well.
Okay. Fair enough. Troy, I don't give a damn. Graham, talk to me. What you think of Mikey Garcia sparring with AJ?
I think it's stupid. You have you listen, you can spar with guys that are 160 for speed, 178, 175, even cruiserweights. You fighting a guy that's 140 something for speed. That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help you. You look at the size difference. Look at the height difference. It's not gonna help you at all. No, I think it's stupid.
Guy that was even littler than that, and he had 2 of them at one point as well. Same with Usyk.
Somebody said Shakur was sparring with Big Baby, doing work with Big Baby. I think that was to help Shakur though.
Yeah,
that
but
was Shakur's camp. Big Baby was there in Shakur's camp, not Shakur at Big Baby's camp. To be fair, but go ahead. And some people didn't like that neither. They was like, "What are they doing in there?" But go ahead. Show more. Same question.
Sorry, Sean Porter sparred Tank when he was preparing for the fight with Crawford.
And how did that work? How did that work out for him?
Well, I don't know. Well, you know.
Sean was never going to beat Crawford anyway, so you can't really use that as a comparison. Number one. Number two, Mikey ain't been 135 in ages. Mikey's about 170. Look at his face.
Yeah.
Mikey ain't 135 no more.
Yeah, my boy Mikey back on tacos. He back on them tacos and Coronas. Salute to Mikey.
And Mikey, believe it or not, Mikey can fucking fight. You can learn something from Mikey. Mikey's a 4-division champion. So I've always heard when you think you know everything and you can't learn nothing else, it's time to quit.
Right.
All right, Troy Graham disagrees. Go ahead, Troy.
I just don't see the benefit of it. You're 6'5", he's 5 foot nothing. What is the benefit? And don't say speed because it's fast 160 pounders, fast 168 pounders, fast lightweights, fast cruiserweights. So what exactly is the benefit of punching down to your opponent, but you facing a guy that's 6'3"?
Yeah, but that's
I'm not saying speed, Troy. I'm saying he could learn something from Mikey about foot position, foot placement, foot movement. He could learn footwork. He could learn angles. He could learn those things from Mikey.
Robert can
Mikey was very good at all of those things.
Robert can show what his work is with his own family member, like, and show it to AJ and see how they can implement things. It's just it's not like that's his only sparring partner. He's sparring different weights. I've seen it done a million times.
The truth is that the best person that he could have called was James Toney.
Break it down.
I mean, based on his style when he was a fighter, James Toney would have been a big benefit for him if he wanted to know about footwork and you know how to maneuver against guys that box real well. James Toney.
How do we know that James Toney didn't spar with him just because it's not been put out on the internet? How do we know?
No. I don't mean spar with him. James Toney's a trainer now.
Well, he didn't. He picked Robert Garcia, so you have to move on from that, you know.
I mean, well, he got in his opinion though. Let him. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with him saying what he thinks.
I'm just saying, like, it is what it is. Like, we can't say he should have picked this one. He didn't. We're just going with what he's picked and trying to dissect with what's in front of us.
Go ahead, Troy.
Pretty much finished, man. I'm just gonna listen.
And if you think about it, Marq Nash, who is the best fighter Robert Garcia ever trained?
His brother.
His brother.
No, shit, he worked with some guys. Shit, he worked with Fernando Vargas.
Who was better, Fernando Vargas or his brother?
Yeah, I'll say Mikey, but Fernando fought better competition, I would say.
Of course he did. It was a different time. Mikey was like 3 years old when Fernando was fighting.
So why? He fought better competition. You gonna lose fighting a young, hungry Tito, a young, hungry Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I mean? You had to be great to beat them. They only lost to great.
My point was, Mark. My whole point is he can learn some things from Mikey. AJ is a great fighter, but you can never learn enough. You can always learn from somebody.
Ricardo Johnson, what up? PGH, what up? Boston Scholar, what up? I'll say this, man. But you, by your own admission, say he's slower though. He's not that same guy anymore.
Yeah.
He's 170 pounds, so the speed.
Yeah, but the thing is, your body's slow. That's the thing. What happens with fighters? Your mind's still there. You can still see it. It's just you can't react to it anymore. You can't get out of the way.
Heavyweight still.
Yeah, he still got that boxing brain. That brain ain't went nowhere.
Yeah. It's something that he could offer while he's there. You know, that's just it, to be honest.
Okay. Can he mimic what Usyk can do, though? Usyk is a southpaw, too.
Mark, what I'm saying is, that's not...
Yeah, well, that was an aggressive-ass Mark. Mark! Don't be yelling at me through this motherfucking Wi-Fi, ladies and gentlemen.
But that's just not his only sparring partner.
I ain't saying he's not. I'm just saying this is what they put out, though, Lady Shan. This is what they put out. They putting this out there. I gotta cover it. I'm sorry, I gotta cover it. When they put out some other sparring partners, I can address that too. But this picture look awkward as fuck, don't it? He look like he in the land of the Oompa Loompas, yo. Respectfully.
Yeah, but he's learning. He's learning from those guys. Robert Garcia is a great trainer. Mikey Garcia is a great fighter. Marqui Garcia is a great fighter. No matter if we don't like Mikey, we think Mikey fighting Spence was stupid, whatever.
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia is still a great fighter, and he can learn from him.
Right.
Yeah, okay. What? Okay. Mikey Garcia gonna teach him that good head movement?
Who knows?
Have you seen any of these Robert Garcia fighters do this head movement, this good head movement, or amazing footwork? Where's the amazing footwork, the amazing head move? Because that's what Usyk gonna bring to the table.
Yeah, but they got a sparring partner that mimics a bit of Usyk. I'm
gonna tell you what you told Troy. I gotta go with what's in front of us. We can't do that.
Okay, so you just think that Mike Garcia is AJ's only sparring partner?
I ain't say that. I'm just saying I gotta go with what's in front of me. This is what they advertise. This is what's out here.
So let's not be silly though. You're playing semantics now.
Nah, I'm keeping it a bug.
You know how I can.
Who else is sparring? You tell me.
Well, you know how a camp goes. All right, if you think that Mikey Garcia is AJ's sole
I
bloody
never said that.
rival-
I never said that. But I'm not gonna imagine that he got some fast middleweights in there who are southpaw and got good head movement. I'm going with what y'all saying. He can learn something from Mikey. Mikey has speed. No, Mikey is fat now, like y'all said. Mikey doesn't have great head movement. Mikey's always been flat-footed. Let's stick with what we're talking about right here. I ain't trying to move the goalpost.
Maybe he's there for the purpose that we
I
just
get it. It's not his only sparring partner. Well, why not put that out? Why put this out?
because they put out what they want you to see.
Maybe they didn't want you to see who he's sparring. Maybe they don't want you to see what he's working on.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, and then we'll go to the boxing scholar. Go ahead, Troy.
I have a question. What is he gonna actually learn from Mikey? Because I heard Sheldon and Lady Shan say he could still learn something from Mikey. What is he learning?
Whatever he needs
He
to
can
learn.
learn footwork from Mikey. He can learn punch placement from Mikey because Mikey was great at punch placement. He can learn angle from Mikey because Mikey had great angle. He can learn those things from Mikey.
You don't learn that from the trainer?
That was my thought.
The trainer can teach you. The trainer's not going to get in there and put on no gloves and go rounds with you. Trainers don't do that.
All right.
And 180
Eddie Futch wasn't going rounds. Hold on. Eddie Futch was not going rounds with Joe Frazier. He wasn't going rounds with Riddick Bowe. He taught you things, and the sparring partners had to mimic it and implement it.
Yeah.
Mikey is a professional fighter. Mikey can show him what to do.
Robert Garcia was a professional fighter, a champion.
Robert Garcia is damn near 60. He's not getting in the ring with nobody, brother.
He's the same age as Floyd. But I'll say that the guys
He's
that
not the
Eddie
same
Futch
age as Floyd. He's older than Floyd. What are you talking about?
The guys Eddie Futch, they damn near the same age. How old is Robert Garcia? I Google his age.
Google it. He's about 50.
But I said all of that. But you missed him. Floyd is 50, ain't he? Robert Garcia, 47.
45.
And how old is Floyd Mayweather?
I think 45.
45.
45. You were 2 years apart. Shut up, Shelton. Please.
Come on, man. You just capping. You just capping tonight. Sir Cap-a-lot.
I'm just being fair. I'm being fair, and you guys are clearly showing your biases.
You're not being fair, man. You said there's no reason for Mikey to be in the ring with AJ, and I'm telling you that there's a reason for Mikey to be in the ring with AJ because he can learn something from Mikey. And you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that.
I never said that. You just made that up. I never said Mikey. I'm asking you guys the questions.
And I'm answering you, and you keep asking another question when I already answered the question.
Motherfucker, I got a show to do. We're going to answer more questions. God damn it. Go ahead, I'm going to answer 100 more questions. That's what I do. I'm the question man. Question mark. My name is Question Marq Nash. Go ahead. See what I did there? Go ahead, Boston Scott. How you feel, my brother?
I'm good, bro. So I just wanted to add, man, so they said that Mikey was sparring him, and they leave that really, really vague, which I think is strategic. But even if he was, he could still get some work in. I don't know if I'm pretty sure Shelton is familiar with this. He hang out around gyms, but probably Troy too. But they have something called tech sparring, where you don't go 100%. You just work on your technique, and you get in there. That's not uncommon in the gym, you know. So Emmanuel Stewart used to have. Not Billy Joe Saunders. What's the guy that Andy Lee? He used to let Andy Lee spar Vladimir Klitschko. So this is not uncommon in the sport of boxing. If you get in there with a guy who you have more than, you work on your craft. He's a speedy guy. I mean, what if they just got in there and just said, use your jab? Use your jab. Mikey, you turn southpaw. You try to get outside for dominance. I mean, it's I think we overthinking it a little bit. I think Robert Garcia.
Middleweight. You brought up what Troy said. That would make more sense. Bringing in a middleweight, the boxing heavyweight for speed. Yeah, a middleweight.
But it's like I said, it's so vague. What if they went they said sparring? What if they went one round? What if they went one round just using the jab? AJ was already tired. They told AJ to take it easy on him. Work on your jab.
I mean, well, shit. By that logic, we can wear that for all day, man. What if he went in there and dropped AJ with a body shot?
But that's the point I'm making. Because it's so vague, we have to what if. We don't know. He didn't say I went 10 hard rounds with Anthony Joshua. Then we would have something to go on. So this whole conversation is what if. So that's not uncommon in the sport of boxing. The only point I was making.
Coming off a loss, fighting Danny Garcia, Marqy Garcia. All right. I got my guy Rob G. What up, though?
Hey, what up, Mark?
How you feel, man? Thanks for calling in. Shout out to my guy Rob G. Let me get on the drive. I'm good, man. How you feel? Talk to me. What's on your mind?
Hey, I just wanted to add like a different context to it. I heard you say like a few sentences earlier, like they brought Mikey in, but I just wanted to add that like I think it would be different if AJ was like with a different camp and they actually flew Mikey in. But you got to remember, that's a family. That's a family business. Like the trainer is literally his older brother. And I'm sure Mikey's just chilling up at the gym, like just staying in shape. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
So
this is him staying in shape?
I said,
okay.
Well, you really don't know. I mean, unless I can ask you, like, when's the last time you personally, in person, saw Mikey? And you know what I mean?
I guess the camera add 20 pounds, man, like they say.
9.
You never know. You never know. But all I'm saying is that he could have been up there just making some fajitas or something like that. But it's a family business. I mean, he literally has his dad, his brother, his son. So since it's a family business, I don't think it's anything for Mikey to just hop into the ring and like what was said earlier about tech sparring. Like, I agree with that too. So like I said, it would be different if he wasn't with the RBGA and they flew Mikey out. That's a whole different thing. But like I said, it's a family business, so it ain't nothing for him to just hop in the ring. So I just wanted to add that.
Appreciate you, man.
But that's all.
Good call, man. Shout out to my boy Rob G.
Hey, take a step. If you ain't signed up for the membership, go ahead and sign up.
Say that again, bro.
If you ain't signed up for the membership, go ahead and sign up for the membership. Marq Nash.
Appreciate it, man. We're gonna do a members only right after this too.
All right, peace.
All right, pull up for that. Shout out to my boy Rob G. All right, what y'all think of what Rob G say? Good call? Y'all agree? Disagree?
I
He said
agree.
okay. All right. So yeah, it's different when they if they was to fly him out, but that's the family business. Troy, what you think of that? You think that it makes a difference that he's already in the gym?
Did you call me, Mark?
Yes, sir.
I'm
You
here.
think it's different that Mikey's already in the gym? That's probably why they went with him.
I don't know, because everybody keep mentioning speed. I know a heavyweight that has some speed, and he beat Anthony Joshua. So why didn't he call him?
Who?
Who's that?
Andy Ruiz.
Fast hands, not fast feet.
Hey, he had fast feet.
No, he didn't.
Well, he's fast.
Why is he going to spar Andy Ruiz when he eventually might have to fight him a third time? That doesn't really make that much sense.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I just don't see the benefits because there's so many heavyweights out there that could switch to southpaw and have speed. I know one personally, and he sparred with Deontay Wilder for Fury, right? So I'm pretty sure that Anthony Joshua could have called him up because he could switch to southpaw anytime, and he's fast and he's a big boy.
Who's that? Who's that again?
That is Big Philly from out of Umar Boxing, but he's in Florida now. His name is Cortez Dunstan. Cortez Dunstan. He gave Wilder the business, from my understanding. I wasn't there, but from the people in the gym said he gave him the business because he was just that fast. So I'm pretty sure that he could have helped out Joshua, being that he's 6'4" and he's like 270 and he's fast as anything, and he could box because he has a great coach.
Yeah, well, we don't know that all of the sparring partners. This is just my point that I'm just bringing in. It's like if Mikey Garcia was the only sparring partner throughout this whole camp, then I'd be like, this is a load of shit. But this is just a part of mixing and matching and chopping shit up.
I agree with you.
So we might be making a big deal about this, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Might be looking into it a little bit too much.
Do you got AJ beating Usyk in the rematch, Lady Shan?
I'll give you my prediction with maybe in a couple more weeks, maybe about a week or 2 weeks out.
Are you holding it, or you don't know yet, or you just don't want to reveal it yet?
No, just still trying to figure it out. Honestly,
okay.
give an informed opinion. Honestly, unbiased, informed opinion.
Okay.
Ninth round TKO for Anthony Joshua.
You got him winning. All right, cool. Show more. You got AJ winning the rematch. Your mic muted. Show more. All right, we'll come back. Oh, go. There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, come back to me.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I think he can. He can, but he has to impose the size and his length and bully Usyk and beat him up and knock him out. He can't box with Usyk.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the heavyweight division that can box.
Oh, don't say that.
That's facts.
There's none.
None of those dudes can box with him. Who?
I know two. Well, I know one. I know one that can hold his own against Usyk.
Who?
I just named him, Cortez Dunstan.
Okay.
Well, why he ain't got his shot yet?
I mean,
tied up. Do all that.
Shit, Usyk. I mean, Fury and Wilder had one belt for 5 years. For what, 3 years? And then the other 3 belts been tied up for what? In 3 years. For the last 3 years. 4 years. When?
Okay,
they haven't been tied up. They've been being defended. They haven't been tied up. The other 3
When
belts.
I say tied up, that means that the guy's getting a rematch. The guy fought. He lost.
Well, the thing is, Wilder needs a fight. He's coming back. How come he didn't pick Cortez Dunstan? Troy?
What did you say?
Wilder just came. He's coming back. He needed to fight. He picked Hellenius. Why he didn't pick Cortez Dunstan?
Because he came to business and sparring.
So good.
Because he gave him the business and sparring. That's why he didn't pick him.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say Tyson Fury could outbox him because of it.
I don't think Fury can box with him. I think Fury can bully him and beat him up, and I don't think Fury can box with him. I don't think there's a better boxer, better footwork in the division than Usyk.
He's too long though. I think Usyk has better footwork, but he has to make up so much ground with that footwork that I don't think he'll be able to do it.
I do. He can outbox Fury. I do.
Shout out.
I'm going to go as far as.
Go ahead, Troy.
I'm going to say that Big Baby could beat him too. I'm talking about the real Big Baby, not the older one that got busted for drugs. I'm talking about the young man.
Anderson? You talking about Anderson?
Yes. Yes.
He could beat him too. I don't think he's ready. I don't think with 10 fights.
How are we gonna know? How we gonna know?
Troy says
we won't know. Put his ass in there.
I don't know.
Put his ass in there.
Y'all talking at the same time as Troy. It's like a real bad radio sound. That's why I'm trying to mute your mics when he's talking.
Oh, okay.
Unmute them.
I was gonna say, Marq, is Troy's absolutely right. We don't know if Big Baby can beat Usyk, but you know my motto: put his motherfucking ass in there.
Put him in there. Let's go. All right, Boxing Scholar, do you got who you got winning the rematch?
I got AJ winning the rematch. I think he'll win by decision. I think he'll do enough to edge the fight out. And if he does win the fight by stoppage or whatever source of victory that he gets, I mean, do we revisit this conversation and Robert Garcia looks like a genius for getting a small person to spar? Because it worked. I mean, that's how sports work. Bill Belichick goes for 4th down all the time. And when it works, they praise him. They say he's a hero, he's a genius. When it don't work, I mean, he get the business. That's just how sports work. I think Robert Garcia knows what he's doing. And I think we were putting a little bit too much emphasis on the Mikey stuff. Because like I said, if he goes out there and wins, it was genius. It worked. How could you argue with shit that works?
Yeah, Robert Kennedy said success has 1,000 fathers. Failure is an orphan. So good point. So you got AJ winning what you said by knockout?
No, I think he'll edge him out on points.
Go ahead, Troy. What was you trying to say? I saw you trying to.
Oh, I'm just going to repeat myself and say he's going to stop him by the 9th round if if he wakes up and he enforces himself onto Usyk, because Usyk is not strong enough to stop him, and he has to work behind his jab. Just ask Joyce. Joyce gave him a rough time, and all he did was jab, jab, jab. Gave him a rough ass time.
Usyk outboxed Joyce. And he'd do it again now.
We don't know that.
Usyk has trouble with big guys who use their physicality. If you go out there and you sit in the mid range and give him the space that he needs to counterpunch you, he'll box you all day. But if you take it away, like what's my man from the UK that just fought? That's thinking about retirement.
Derek Chisora.
Chisora smothered him. He didn't give him not 1 inch to breathe. He was all over him. That's how you have to fight Usyk. You can't give him time to think.
Yeah. But Usyk's ring IQ so good that he already assesses that. Like he knows that he can't fight in the pocket with these types of people, but because of his exceptional speed and footwork and size, because he's quite a slim down guy, he knows he just have to fight on the outside. He outboxes a lot of these big dudes easily. Speed negates power at times.
I'm going to agree with the boxing who's only a scholar when Troy Graham's not around. I'm going to agree with him.
Oh,
Makes
Troy,
a lot of sense.
man. Why you do me like that?
It's the truth.
That's all love, Troy. You my homie, man.
I do want to say this too. What I'm seeing on the screen though, some of this stuff too, like AJ, the timing of Usyk. When you say he's boxing on the outside, he's not Ali shuffling around, dancing on the pivot, popping the jab. He's stepping to this guy. He's punching in between his shots. He's timing his jab. He's looping shots over the top. He was popping him with a jab. Look at he's in there. Look at this shit. He ain't on the outside. He right there on his ass. Look at the screen. Are y'all seeing this shit? Yeah. He is on his ass.
That's the 12th round though.
I'm just saying it's the same fight.
Yeah.
This shit happened.
Because what I think he assesses that he realized that AJ's game plan was, oh, you want to box me, so I can step into the pocket with you and box you in the pocket and step out and still tag you. I think his ring IQ is it's like phenomenal.
And you're showing the 12th round, Mark.
It don't
you
matter.
Showing the 12th round, but listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish my point. So what I'm saying is, by this time, if you watch that fight, Usyk can use angles. AJ was set up to throw a punch, and Usyk be on the side of him. He throw the punch, Usyk's on the side of him, hitting him with a shot. Usyk's footwork was masterful in that fight.
Yeah,
he already tired this guy out. He done frustrated him. He doesn't know what to do, how to combat this guy. And by the 12th round, he just walked to him and stepped to him and started beating on him because he knew he was tired. He's dog tired. He ain't got no more fight. I'm gonna beat this dude up.
Yeah.
He's imposing his will on him.
Exactly.
He's a smaller man because AJ, I think he's walking in two worlds. He's walking as a guy that he's actually made it. He's made it to the to the zenith, to the top of the boxing world. He probably was questioning, do I still want to do this? If he could just get his hunger back, he'll walk through this man right here. I'm telling you, if he could get focused and get his hunger back, he could dust him off by the 9th round.
Well, he got to stop, in my opinion, he got to stop trying to be Muhammad Ali and start being George Foreman. That's what he got to do.
He got to stop being a politician and hugging and kissing babies and get back to being a monster.
I don't know if y'all seen the
Huh?
I don't know if y'all seen the clip after the fight when Usyk went up to AJ and he said, "Now I know how to beat you." Like this quitter that everybody tries to make AJ out to be. I just don't see it. What I seen in this fight is, I remember before the fight, I went through a lot of film, and I remember AJ coming in slender. He lost a lot of weight for this camp. And then I remember Usyk coming in heavier. And if you go back and look at the fight changed around the mid rounds. I think AJ lost too much weight. See, a lot of people the lighter weights, whenever the lighter weights do it, they always be like, oh, he was overtrained, he was drained. They don't realize heavyweights, just because they can eat whatever they want to eat, don't mean they can't get dehydrated. They're still humans. So I think AJ just didn't have enough logs on the fire. I think he faded towards the latter part of the rounds, but I don't think he'll make that mistake this time. Like a lot of people was making it a mental issue. Like even in the clip that Mark was showing on the side, he was backing AJ up, but like Sheldon Moore said, it was the 12th round. Like he had already started to gradually decrease past the 5th round.
Go ahead. Say that last part again. I couldn't hear it.
He slowly started to decrease past the 5th round, but the best round that he had in that fight was the 5th and the 6th round, but he just started to dissipate after that.
I want to say this part. I'm trying to find that screen, but it wasn't just that though, man. If you see look at the pictures after the fight, he got his ass tagged a lot in that fight too. He wasn't no easy fight for him. His face definitely showed a lot of damage. But if you notice this sequence that I'm showing on screen, look at Usyk's footwork. He's leaning toward sliding that lead foot on the outside of AJ, popping him with the jab, blinding him with the jab, then boom, big left hand. And AJ is off balance, goes flying back. That shit right there that's who he is. He's a big guy, and he just gets off balance sometimes and gets fatigued. I think some of these guys just get fatigued in the 12th round too. Also, Usyk adding more weight for this fight. That's because he's more growing into that heavyweight. Like he's getting more into the weight. And I think AJ's been fighting at a lighter thing since that first loss to Ruiz. He was fighting lighter after that. But go ahead. I hear the smoke alarm beating.
I just think that AJ, like I said earlier, he needs to stop trying to be Muhammad Ali and start trying to be George Foreman. Impose your will, walk these dudes down, beat them up, knock them out. He's big, he's strong, he's athletic. He can do that. It's in his head. He got to get his head to line up with his physical. We was talking about that earlier today. Somebody asked me, when is a fighter at his prime? In my opinion, a fighter's in his prime when his mental catches up to his physical. Because if you notice, young fighters, they beat guys. Basically, a lot of these guys beat them on athleticism alone. They're just younger, stronger, better athletes, and they beat them. But when your mental catches up with your physical, like a Bud Crawford, like a Errol Spence, like a Jermell Charlo, your mental, your boxing IQ, and caught up with your physical, now you hard to beat. Because you can think in there like a Usyk. His mental has caught up to his physical. He's already a great athlete, great boxer. Now he has the boxing IQ. His mental's caught up. Hard to beat that guy.
Lady Shan, let me ask you this though. Do you think the war in Ukraine is going to play an effect on his mental? Your mic's muted. Unmute your mic.
Sorry, in a bad way for AJ.
Break it down.
Usyk's going to use that to fuel. Like he's going to need to make a statement. Like Usyk is very patriotic, as we've seen. His government released him to be able to do this fight. I don't think he's coming to do this fight to be half-hearted. I think he's coming to make a statement. And this is, for me, this is a more dangerous Usyk. For sure.
Go ahead. Anybody was trying to reply to that? Same question.
I'm not that sold into Usyk. Like he had a good performance against AJ, but I remember his heavyweight fights before that, and I just wasn't impressed with Usyk. I feel like if AJ fights like a big man, I think he'll make Usyk look ordinary. I think Usyk is just like what's his name? The guy his stablemate, Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko was getting all this praise and hype until he fought Tio, a bigger guy who uses physicality, and he made him look basic, southpaw and everything. I think the blueprint to beat Usyk is out there. AJ just has to follow it. I don't think it's a mental thing. I think, like, if you go back and look at that fight, AJ didn't know what to do when Usyk had outside foot dominance. He just took the shots. Yeah. Like even here, he's backing him up, and he puts his foot outside of his, and AJ doesn't know what to do, and he just jabs him. Throws the left hand to the chest and knocks him off balance. It's going to be a tactical change that AJ has to make, and that's all he has to do to win. It don't even got to be mental. God sent him to earth.
But we know the question was, is Usyk going to be the same? because he's dealing with things from his
Oh
body.
yeah, I think it's gonna affect him
is
negatively.
different from a soldier's body.
Yeah, it's gonna affect him. It's gonna affect him negatively, in my opinion. I think boxing is really important until some real shit goes on in your life, and then boxing is not number one anymore. So I think it's gonna affect him in a negative way. Like, I don't know if he probably had a cushy job, but he still was around bullets. Like, I'm pretty sure he heard gunshots and bombs going off, or et cetera, et cetera. Like, stuff that gives normal people post-traumatic stress, even if they're not at war. If they're just a chef in the army, they could get post-traumatic stress. So I think it's gonna affect them in a negative way, and I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not obvious, because I don't want people to discredit AJ when he wins.
Go ahead, Lady Shan. What was you trying to say?
Yeah, no, I agree with what Boxing Scholar said earlier as well, because I was saying the same thing on the lead up to the first fight, that AJ lost way too much weight. It was just way too much, and that he was giving away all his all his generous dimensions to kind of morph into being like Usyk. He just gave away everything to try and morph into Usyk, and that's I saw it as well. And just because you're a heavyweight doesn't mean that you can't find an optimum weight that you fight within that heavyweight, 200 upwards. Some heavyweights are optimum at 250, some are better at 230. I think AJ's optimum weight is in the 240s brackets, and he was like 236, 238 with Usyk the first fight, and Usyk was 221.
I want to say this to the boxing scholar. He said he wasn't impressed with his other two fights at heavyweights. Let's be clear. He fought Chaz Witherspoon, he stopped him, and he fought Derek Chisora, which everybody has an ugly fight with. He's like the Sean Porter of the heavyweight division. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All his fights look ugly. That's just his style. He makes it a ugly fight. So I don't think we should say, I think that's and Usyk beat him easy. You know what I'm saying? Unanimous. I mean, wasn't even close, but he couldn't get him out of there.
Yeah, I still wasn't impressed. Like those were bummish performances in the words of my homie Shelton.
Hell no.
No,
a knockout and a unanimous decision is a bummish performance.
And Chaz
I sense a
Witherspoon,
little AJ bias from Boxing Scholar, which is cool. I get it, but you can call Usyk a lot of things. Bum, you can't call him that.
He's not that great. I don't see greatness when I see him fight. I just don't. I never have.
Really?
Yes, really. I don't see anything great about him. He's just
When he
okay,
beats,
boxes well.
Fury, when he beats Fury, will you change your opinion?
No, because I don't think Fury's great.
Okay, I could go with that. I could accept that, because I don't think Fury's that good either.
So who's better, Fury or Usyk?
Usyk.
That's who I think as well.
If you're going by the competition, we gotta say Fury. He beat.
No, I'm talking about skills set.
Okay. Well, to tell you the truth, Usyk is the more polished, cleaner fighter, whereas Fury is the helter-skelter type guy. He doesn't look pretty doing anything.
Yeah, it's awkward.
He doesn't look that sharp at all.
But he is. He's effective though.
I got Usyk beating Fury.
Me too. But it doesn't mean that Fury's not a good. That I don't think Fury's
Doesn't
a good.
mean he's not a good fighter. No.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's everything people pump him up to be.
Y'all clipping each other.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chan. Go ahead, Chan.
No, you good. Go ahead.
No, I said I think Fury's a good fighter. I just don't think Fury's everything people pump him up to be, because
he's not.
He beat Klitschko, who was 37, who had been the champ for 10 and a half years, and then he beat a flat-footed come forward guy in Wilder, and everybody makes him out to be the next Muhammad Ali, and I just don't see that.
Yeah. By the way, Klitschko was 39.
My bad, 39 years old. So, hey, you 25, 26, you supposed to be the 39-year-old man. Same thing I said when everybody's pumping up Ugas for beating a 43-year-old man coming off a 2-year layoff. You're supposed to beat him.
Yeah.
Didn't Floyd beat Canelo around them similar ages?
Floyd was 6 and Canelo 23. A bit less. Kind of
but
safe bracket. Kind
But
of.
that's a totally different dynamic. Floyd was a master boxer. Canelo's a flat-footed, come forward dude. I've been saying that. I've always said that. He's easy to beat. All you gotta do is box the dude.
Yeah,
he was green as a blade of grass.
Easy to beat. Bivol just showed you that. Box his ass. Keep him on the end of your jab and catch him when he comes in.
Yeah.
Bivol just showed you how to beat him. It's easy to beat him. Flat-footed, come forward dude. Canelo ain't that good.
All right, let me go to this next topic. I'm trying to move. Go ahead, Troy. You got anything else you want to add to this? I'm trying to move.
No, I'm glad you're going to the next topic.
All right, cool. You know if y'all heard, this going into a little hip hop. Mace says he's signing with Death Row Records. Right, as you know, Mace was signed to Bad Boy, who had some beef. I guess it was East West Coast beef. We lost Notorious B.I.G. From the East Coast and Bad Boy, and you lost Tupac from Death Row. Here's the clip.
You know what? That was my last donut. I'm going to work out. I'm doing tour days. I get my body right, and I'm on Crenshaw, just past Pico, just past Slauson, and I'm out here to meet with Snoop, so I can do another joint venture with Death Row Records. So I'll be officially the first one signed to Bad Boy and Death Row. And we're gonna get the Tupac thing rekindled. Let's see where we go with that.
Silly.
All right, what y'all think of that?
Silly.
Ain't that nigga 50?
I think he should wipe the sugar off the corner of his mouth.
Right, one at a time. Lady Shane, take the lead. Ladies first. What you think of that?
Even what he's just spoke, like, you better mind you don't want to end up like Tupac, because it didn't end well for Tupac, did it? Like, I don't think this is going to end, in my opinion, your life is at risk, Mace. And Mace is not always serious and consistent. He dips in, he dips out. I don't think this is a good move. I think it's dangerous. I think you should be careful what you speak into existence and what's happened. Like, the blueprint for that hasn't fared well for nearly anyone on Death Row. Look where Suge Knight is himself. No, sorry, no.
Snoop turned out okay.
Yeah. Oh.
No, you don't think so?
Yeah, no, Snoop turned out okay, but like it's not in. For me, it's not enough. Like what's preceded Mace, what's happened before. No, this isn't a good move for Mace. You don't know if there's like gang warfare, like people just want to kill Mace because he's from the East Coast. It's not going to fare well. Snoop can't defend you. Can't really, no. It's a no.
All right, go ahead, pass it around. Good opening statement. Troy.
Yeah, I think it's a good move for him now because it keeps his name out there, and his whole East Coast, West Coast thing is over. Nobody cares about that. It's all about money now. It's money. And I think he's doing the right thing, going over there working with Snoop and Dre, and he should turn out pretty good. But y'all have a good night, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, Troy, man.
Same question.
Hey, man, ain't that nigga 50?
No, is he? Already?
Gotta be.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Just below 50. Yeah.
He's 46.
Gotta be.
How old?
He's 46?
46.
Wow.
Ain't nobody. When's the last time you put out an album?
Oh, he'll be 47 August 27th.
Wow.
When's the last time you put out an album?
I don't know.
Shit, I don't know more, but
Exactly. Ain't nobody trying to hear from that dude, man. Nobody. Half these kids don't even know who the fuck Mace is.
I think they still know Mace, man. They still play his records. What you think? You don't think they still play Mace records?
I ain't heard that shit. Ain't nobody hear him paying no Mace in LA.
I was a big
nobody paying that shit out here.
Yeah,
they're not okay, but how about this? That brings me to Fabio Foreign. He just signed a new young act, and everybody knows about that new young act. He got that dude popping. He walked that dude into the record. Who? You don't know him because you don't know what the young niggas listening to. Fabio Foreign.
Yo, no.
He walked Fabio into the. He got Fabio a $1.5 million record deal.
Yeah, he owns his publishing as well, doesn't he?
No.
Who the fuck is Fabio?
Who owns his publishing? According to Mace, he said, "I gave him his publishing. I gave him his touring. I think, but Mace does get some of the masters, though. I think he does get some of the masters, though. He owns them.
Yeah.
for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
Shel Moore said,
Fabio keeps it New York though. He's not going. But Fabio keeps it New York though. Like Mace is a very typical New York sounding rapper. Like I don't know how that's gonna translate in West Coast. You know, it's just no.
But back in the days though, where just because you sign, like we got guys that are West Coast, East Coast guys that signed to West Coast labels. Like look at 50 Cent. He was an East Coast rapper. He signed over there with Drake. I can name some other people like who signed. We had the West Coast dude in Scoop who signed to Master P. Like music is on the internet. It's gonna get to whoever you're trying to market it to.
True. I just don't see it. I just can't feel like I was a big Mace fan. I had his album and all that. Like I just can't see how it translates at this stage in his career at 47 years old. I just think he's missed the boat on this one.
Yeah, I didn't really like Mace when he was out. When he was doing things, he was okay, but he was. You know what? Motherfucker wasn't beating down Tower Records to get a Mace album. Nobody was doing that.
No, he held up Bad Boy Records
after 4 times platinum, didn't he?
Yeah, no,
I don't care. I don't care. Nobody was really feeling Mace like that. You wasn't hearing Mace. When I was 27 years old, you was not hearing motherfuckers pumping Mace at the Century Club. Nobody was listening to Mace, bro.
Yeah, there was it, and also
Mace was major, bro.
Maybe on the East Coast, he wasn't major out here. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, he's okay. You know, you heard him because you heard about in those videos back then. You could see the videos on TV and shit. You know, but it's. I don't see. I'm with Chan on this one. 47 years old. You've been out of music for how long? You ain't put nothing out in how long? You just gonna pop out?
Hold on. He has been in music. He just ain't in the forefront. He's been ghostwriting. Let him tell you, he's been ghostwriting. He also been helping the big at like the French Montanas. He was like, man, people call me to the studio, you know, when they get stuck, blah, blah, blah. That's what he says now. He says he's been in the music. He released the album.
I don't know. I don't see it. I ain't, you know, hey, more power to him though. If he can get the bag, go get it, man. I don't never want to hate on another brother getting paid. I ain't never been no hater. I've been a lot of things. I ain't never been no hater. Yeah. But I just don't think. I ain't no hater. I just call it how I see it.
Yeah. Jury's still out on you being a hater. We got to do some more research.
I ain't no hater. I just hate Danny Garcia. That's all. I just hate that motherfucker.
So do I.
I just hate that motherfucker. But anybody else can get the benefit of the doubt.
What the hell Danny Garcia do to you, man? What he do?
I just don't like that dude, man. I think his daddy talk too much.
Me either. I don't like Danny Garcia.
I just don't like him. I don't wish no ill will towards him. I want him to get hurt or smoked or killed.
I just don't like him. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. If you talk at the same time you talk, ladies and gentlemen, we can't hear you.
Go ahead, Chan. Go ahead.
That's what it sounds like. It's real clippy. You'll hear it.
Go ahead, Chan. Go ahead, Chan. Say that again.
I'm with Sharon. I just don't like Danny Garcia. At least we're just telling the truth. I just don't like him. Either.
Give me something more than that. I mean, what he do?
Answer your phone, bro.
All right, hold on. Let me get this one. Got about 17 minutes. Then I'm gonna do the members only post can. Brandon Washington, talk to me.
Salute. What up, Mark? What up to everybody on the panel?
What up, though?
Hey, check it out.
What up, B?
Check it out. What up, man? Hey, Sheldon, the thing about it is your West Coast bias, bro. They didn't. You did listen to Mace because he had a song with one of the with Brandy, Top of the World. Remember
that? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You're absolutely right, brother.
And that jumped on the West Coast.
You clipping, Lady Shan.
Sorry.
Say that last.
Sorry,
yeah.
I was saying that bumped on the West Coast. I knew because Mace did transcend, and Mace will Mace was the artist that didn't get dissed. Tupac didn't diss Mace. Mace was able to see. The thing about it is we think that these people wasn't co-mingling and cohabitating and move back and forth from coast to coast. these record labels were based on the East Coast. So they were moving back and forth. That East Coast, West Coast thing was a war. That was something, was respect. That was something to sell newspapers. Just like everything else that they do to sensationalize when it comes to capitalism. It's propaganda.
Pac died
So
before Mace got
Snoop-
signed, sir, or popped off.
Nah, Mace was with
listen to Mace's story when he said
okay.
I was
could've
I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said everything happened for me within like 2 weeks. He said I met Puff like on a Tuesday. I was recording the 112 Only You song that weekend by Friday.
When
He
that
said
come out?
that was on the $1 Million Worth of Game interview. But all of that was after Tupac died.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that came out when Tupac was alive.
No.
112 Only You.
Mace came out 97. Tupac died, I think. 96.
That let me see the release date. Only You release date. Okay, this dropped the remix. Okay, May 13, 1996. When did Pac die?
September 1996.
Yeah.
Pac died in September of 96.
So he wasn't dead, but he damn sure wasn't focusing on this shit. He wasn't thinking about 112.
Yeah, like I told you, Mace was around. He just didn't get this. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna wrap up the Mace thing. Mace is an incredible artist. I listen to Mace. Mace wrote a lot of stuff. Mace wrote damn near most of Puffy's, a lot of Puffy No Way Out album. Him and Big wrote that. I think he did a lot of he said More Money, More Problems was his idea. Just a lot of the work that Mace put in. I think Mace is phenomenal. Or was phenomenal. When he went to church, I really wasn't feeling that. I thought that was a coward move by running out of the industry like that. But Mace talked about that too, that he got like a big advance from Puffy for his second album, Double Up, which was horrible.
Yeah.
And he left the industry with the money.
Hold on, Brandon. Hold on. You can't be hating on the Lord, brother.
I mean, the way he went to church, he would. Have you ever seen Mark to play the cutthroat? Him acting like Cutthroat Dollar, where he take on the Southern accent. Mark seen the
I seen that old weird shit. I saw that shit. It was weird.
Yeah,
but you know.
Hold on. Let him cook, bro. Say that last part again, bro.
He started acting like Cutthroat Dollar.
Okay.
That's the part I didn't like, the evangelistic part of Mace, where he was trying to have a mega church and do the whole Atlanta Eddie Long thing. I didn't appreciate that. So I found that disingenuous. But as far as Mace the rapper, I like Mace the rapper. I mean, one of my favorite songs is him and 8 Ball MJG, The Play Away. That's one of my favorite songs ever. So we've been on Mace down here. But yeah, Coach, Sheldon,
Mesa Cam. Before I let you go, Mesa Cam. If they was to do a versus, who won?
Oh, definitely Mace. Definitely Mace. Mace gonna smoke him because Mace lyrics is better and Mace gonna present his music better.
Okay.
Mace gonna put the shiny suit on. Cam too fly to put the shiny suit on. Mace gonna put that shiny suit on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Shout out to Brandon Watson. Pull up for members only, bro. Gonna do it in about 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right. What y'all think of the call? Good call, Brandon.
Blew my mind, brother. Blew my mind.
All right. So Pac didn't diss Mace, and he could have. Okay. TFT, talk to me. TFT.
Come off mute, bro. Come off mute.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Talk to me.
Yeah, the last caller, everything he said was true. Mace a legend. Mace fine. I mean, his numbers speak for themselves when it comes to Mace. He wrote a lot of music for everybody. He jumped out of the game, became a pastor, and came back, got some more money, and left again. He here to get some more money. Mace an entertainer. He don't play the tough guy role. He don't play the wannabe gangster role. He an entertainer, and he go get that money. This is my opinion.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
And Cameron versus Mace got too many hits. He gonna blow him out the water. If they need a versus, Mace got too many hits. He gonna bring out Diddy. He got people to bring out with him.
He ain't bringing out Diddy.
Oh yeah, he gonna bring out Diddy.
Nah, they got beef right now. He just was talking shit in the interview, bro. This week, he ain't bringing Diddy out.
I think that all this publicity. I just think it's all publicity. He got to get his name back hot some kind of way.
Well, somebody was
Hey,
talking about
I know what would make. I know what would make Mark happy.
my internet to start working.
Let's get Mace. Let's get Mace and Diddy in the boxing ring. Celebrity boxing match.
I thought you was gonna say Mason Jake Paul.
Oh man.
I wouldn't watch that shit, but I'll watch Mace and Diddy fight. Two niggas who can't fight.
I got my money on Diddy on that. Diddy ran a marathon. I think Diddy got the lungs for. Nah, Diddy was complaining about it in some interview I saw. So yeah,
Diddy be working out though. He be working out.
Who you got, Chad?
Nice.
Diddy or Mace?
I got Mace. Diddy's knees.
Mace look fat.
Yeah, Diddy's had knee surgery. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same. No. Got Mace.
Hey, Marq Nash, now I'll buy that one.
Fuck you, man. Let me ask y'all this. Overall, who's the better? Do y'all think Cam is better than Mace though? Like I heard y'all say Cam can. Mace probably got more hits, but Cam longevity. He didn't take all these breaks off. Cam has been active. He put on more people than Mace. Would you say that makes him better? Like because he has more acts and I guess you would say fruit from his tree. Like you know who Jim Jones is, whether you like him or not. You know Jewels, whether you like him or not. The Dipset was a movement. Harlem World was not a movement. Like the movie. Cameron just stayed active. Would you say he was a better overall artist, but Mace might just be a better rapper? What do y'all say?
I prefer Mace.
This is my opinion about Cameron. Whenever 50 Cent and him started beefing, and he just basically threw Dipset in the trash, and 50 Cent took over and started rocking with them dudes, and he ran to Miami, it made him look horrible, man. He just looked like a straight sucker when he did that.
That kind of not the question I asked though. So
but
thinking he's a sucker,
lyrically,
but lyrically, you said Mace is better, but did Cam put more people on? Cam has more longevity. Does that make him a better overall artist? Oh, he didn't like that. What you think, Lady Chan?
I preferred Mace. Like I don't put on like any Cam songs, even to this day. I would rather put on Mace songs. So yeah, Mace for me.
So you think Mace is an overall artist and a better artist? So Cam putting on these other people and that means nothing. That don't have nothing to do with him being a better man, better artist, longevity.
Yeah.
Because Mace only got 2 hot albums. Well, 1 hot album.
Yeah, and for me, that hot album is what I can still play that now. I don't play anything of Cam's.
What? Come home with me?
I don't, Mark.
Welcome to New York City. Hey, Mom. Oh, boy. 357. None of that.
That much. No, I just wasn't really into him, to be honest. Didn't Mace and Cam have a track together?
He was in that video.
They had it.
Then what song was that?
Nathan Betha. And we're gonna ride to the top.
Oh yeah, Mace did the hook.
Yeah.
Horse and Carriage.
Horse and Carriage, that's it. Yeah.
They fell out over there too because Mace wanted to charge them to be in the video.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Lisa Bell said she'll play Cam before Mace. Show more. Is Cam a better overall artist than or better, had a better music run than Mace? Even though
no, not really. I mean, Mace made more money and I was never really a big Cam fan. I thought, Cam was in the same boat with me with what's them other niggas, the 2 brothers. I can't remember their name. That's how much I didn't like them. But them dudes, he was just, I don't like either of them, but I'd take Mace over Cameron. Yeah.
You're talking about the one, and one died, one passed away recently.
Yeah, one passed away.
Got their names. It's just come out of my head as well.
What did he say? What did he say? I was reading the chat. What did you say?
Remember one of the brothers just passed away. It was a 2-man group
from New York.
Out of New York.
When he passed, Gangstar?
No.
Not the Guru. I love the Guru and DJ Premier. I love both of them.
I mean, not brothers, but the two cats and one died of sickle cell.
Oh, Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep. Yeah. I never got into them. I was never into them.
Obviously.
Cameron's in the same boat. Never into them.
Yo, black people, man, we so fucked up. Like, which one? I don't know. The nigga with the sickle cell.
Oh yeah, that nigga. It was never into them dudes, man. They was cool, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. It wasn't my style.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Mobb Deep fan either. I wasn't massive on them either. Not massive.
Yeah.
Oh, it look like Mace got some fans in the chat. People say Mace is better than Cam. Mace is better than Cam. Mobb Deep. Lisa Bell said she rock with Helter Skelter. My boy said Mobb Deep, the goats. What you think of that? Show more, they the goats. Show more say they the notes.
To that man, they the goats. To me, the best rapper ever came out of New York, in my opinion, was Rakim. Second by Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
You know, that's just my opinion. I'm an old nigga, so I think different.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say Melly Mel. Don't push me, close to.
Nah, I was a kid. I was a kid back then. I dig the song. That's really the first rap song that was played on the radio, so I dug the song. But you know, I wasn't really into it like that. I thought Run DMC was better than them. LL Cool J was better than them.
Yeah, I like that.
Best rap out of New York.
I was Woo all day.
You was the Woo baby.
Method Man.
Wu-Tang. The Wu-Tang Clan.
I was Woo all day. Who's
the best?
Who's the best? I liked I had Jizz's album. I had Meth. I liked Jizza, Meth. I liked Ghostface Killer. Yeah, those were my kind of like my three.
Jizza, Meth, Ghostface.
Yeah, but I like them as a collective entirely. Yeah.
I know I'm gonna get a little pushback on this, but y'all ready?
Yeah.
I wasn't a big Jizza fan. I wasn't a big Expected Deck fan.
No, yeah, me.
I like RZA beats, but I didn't like his flow.
Did you like Jizza?
Like RZA used
You
to
a
sound
hater,
like
Mark. You a hater. You are a New York hater.
No. Talk about some members of the Wu. Now, granted, Method Man, Raekwon, Ghost, Capadonna, those was like the four for me.
Yeah, Raekwon was one. Didn't you like Jizza?
Who?
Jizza.
Jizza.
I never heard of it.
Nah, I ain't never played no Jizza.
Yeah.
I ain't never played no Jizza album all the way through.
Hang on, Jizza was the one where he had where it had the liquid swords, the little boy talking in that interlude, talking about the samurais. That was Jizza, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When the MCs came to pull out the name, that one. Don't you remember that?
Yeah.
Was that Jizza? Yeah, that was Jizza.
I believe so. I wouldn't know though. I forget.
Yeah. Somebody just brought something up in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, liquid swords.
When we think back when we was young, Chad, Mark, LL was a motherfucker, man.
I liked LL.
LL Cool J was
a lot of people thought he was corny, but I liked him.
Who thought he was corny?
A lot of people, when he got more.
A lot of people thought he was corny.
I didn't think he was corny, but a lot of people around me did. When he got a bit like commercial, like when it was coming to like the shiny suit days, like the Phenomenon all of,
yeah. Look, my head is like a shark fin. Yeah, that's corny.
Yeah.
My head is like a shark fin. Who the fuck was in the studio with him that day? It's like, you know what, L? You know what that Kango looks like? Looks like the big fish. It's a shark fin. It's the big fish. You should call yourself.
But you know the thing is, a lot of these dudes think LL is the TV dude. They don't even remember that he was a rapper.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, don't say that for real. I think they think of that Queen Latifah that way, But people know LL
No,
Cool J.
I'm telling you. I've talked to youngsters in the streets. They're like, "Oh, LL, that's the dude that's on the TV show, right?"
Yeah, he's right.
Like, no, that's a battle rapper. That's a dude that really put this shit on the map.
Yeah. A lot of the younger about him.
My radio, believe me, I like it loud.
Yeah. I need love.
Let me get to this. Oh man, best hip hop love song ever, yo.
Yeah.
All right, put the Danny Garcia crying face on. We got to get into a little somber news. But actually, it's good news. It's good news. Breonna Taylor's killers have finally been charged. As you know, Breonna Taylor was murdered in her home.
Yeah,
I believe in 2020. The cops got off. They come to find out that FBI stepped inside of this investigation and said, "You guys are lying. You guys was lying to investigators." They said, "Hey, we allege that two of the individuals met up in a garage and came up with a plan and a story to." I was like, "Oh, that means somebody don't snitch. Y'all know y'all met in the garage. Either they got your phone tapped, they got a wire, or somebody don't told." But yes, Breonna Taylor's killers will seems like they're gonna be facing their day in court.
Good.
What do you guys
Thank
think?
God.
Y'all think anything is gonna come from this?
Yeah, if the feds, because that means the federal case, like the feds will survey you for even a decade and make sure that when they bring you to trial, that if they've got like a 98% conviction rate, like it's a wrap for you. Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, the feds. That's one thing you got to remember, Mark. The feds don't indict you unless they got you.
Yeah,
they ain't got you. They're not gonna do the paperwork.
When they tried it with Donald Trump twice. They tried it with Donald Trump twice, right? Then they tried it.
No, that wasn't the feds. That was the Senate. That was the Senate that was 51% Republican. That's a different deal. When the United States federal judicial system comes after you, ask what's the boy name down there in Atlanta that just got booked with the RICO?
That's a state RICO. That's Young Thug and Gunna.
Yeah, them guys. Ask anybody who's dealt with the feds. The feds don't lose, bro.
They don't.
Feds don't lose.
2% only.
Irv Gotti beat the feds. Shit.
Like Don King, but you know.
Irv Gotti
that's a one-off. It said 98. That's a one-off.
Yeah, a one-off. Yeah.
He said that's that 2%.
Yeah,
that's a one-off. Put it this way: these motherfuckers ain't. They ain't finna beat the feds.
Yeah, fact.
All right. All right, let me see. Anybody got anything y'all want? So you guys think something is gonna happen from this?
Yeah. It better.
Yeah, because that would be awful to put the family through this all again and then nothing comes from it. You know what I mean? Right. That would be awful. And I think that's important that we cover this story because unfortunately, some people have forgotten the sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a hashtag, your face on a t-shirt for about 2 weeks and then people move on. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I remember when this case got brought to the state, and I think his name was I don't know why I want to call him Cameron Duncan, but his name was Cameron something Cameron. Black guy, state attorney general. He only charged one of the cops with wanton endangerment, basically by shooting so many bullets, you endangered the people next door. But these guys lied about getting the warrant. They're finally going to be held accountable for lying about that. They said the post office, they talked to the post office, told the post office what they told the judge. The post office told us they've been sending packages there, they got drugs. But that was a lie. And I hate the fact that the judge don't have to have the judge can't even be charged, and nothing wrong with the judge for issuing them a no-knock warrant in a situation where they didn't even have to present you no evidence. They just came in and told you. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's too willy-nilly. Like that opens up the floodgates for loads of these things to happen. You should go for a protocol. Like, just don't issue it without any evidence that you need a no-knock warrant. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
But you know what trips me out about people? This is what really trips me out, right? this system that we got has been operating this way since 1781. Now, why is that?
Because that's what it suits. It suits them. It suits them. It works for the
Thank
others.
you, Chan. Thank you so much. You get it. The motherfuckers in charge like it the way it is.
Mhm.
They like it the way it is.
Right.
And it's gonna take hell and high water to change this shit.
Right.
Judges have way too much power in this country, but that's the way they set it up.
Yeah. Systemic. Ooh.
A judge shouldn't be able to say you can come in my house and do what you want to do just because a judge signed a piece of paper. But that's the way it is.
Yeah. Sad.
And they set it up that way to keep everybody
At bay.
in their place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's set up.
Mm-hmm.
And if the shit was working, I'm not really mad. I hate it. I don't like it, but I understand it. Because if I was in charge, I wouldn't change shit either. It's just working for me.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Exactly. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
All right. But these are the according to the article I read, these are some of the officers who are and this is clockwise from the upper left. Kyle, what's his name? Kyle Meany. Damn, he's a meanie. Kyle Meany, Brett Hankerson in the top right corner, Joshua James and Kelly Goblet. Maybe she.
They should have just put
old demon.
They should have put pictures of them up with their hoods on, with
Yeah.
their cones, with their KKK masks on. Look at them. They all look like Klan members.
Shout out Little Tavy, what up? Free Butter, what up? Slide a Deal, what up? Yeah, man, I just thought it was important that we did talk about that. Definitely, we'll talk about it more on members only. Also, before I let you go, a little football news. Roger Goodell has chosen to appeal Deshaun Watson's 6-game suspension with no fine. He wants a whole year and wants a fine. Now, this is news because this is the first year where the NFL, they said, hey, look, you got too much power. We need to have an external person who's dealing with the code of conduct. Now, they have a retired judge dealing with the code of conduct, but Roger Goodell can appeal. Her first ruling, he appeals it. If he don't like the ruling, he can say, nah, I think something else should happen to you. And he can appeal it, and he can either deal with it himself, or he can pass the buck to somebody else. But the person he passing the buck to, of course, is hired by who? Roger Goodell. He's hired somebody to review it, and Roger Goodell, the guy knows going into it what Roger Goodell wants. Do you get to appeal that? What's the point of the judge making the decision and hearing all the evidence, hearing all the facts? It's 24 women accused this man of illegal touching. Like, I guess he was getting hand jobs when he was getting a massage. Some of them he paid off. Some, I think he settled 24 out of the 25 cases, and out of those, only 4 of those 12 women came to talk to the NFL, and out of those 12 women, only 4 were, I guess the word they're using is credible. But even still, 6 games, no money. He signed a $230-something million contract. 45 of that is guaranteed. They want some of that money and a fine. Shelton Moore, talk to me. What you think about this case? Is Deshaun Watson going to get the whole year? Is Roger Goodell going to fine, or are they just going to stick with the decision that was made? Is he buckling to public pressure? What do you think?
He's buckling to the female fan base in the NFL. He's trying to appease them. But Deshaun Watson's probably going to wind up with the 6-game suspension. I mean, the hardest thing, the thing that gets me is the fact that the state of Texas took him to the grand jury twice. And like we always say, Marq Nash, the grand jury can indict a ham sandwich if they feel like it.
Ham sandwich.
And they said, we have nothing, no case. So the state judicial system says he didn't do anything. But the NFL See, they're an entity all into themselves. People don't understand that the NFL is the only company in the United States that has a day of the week. Did you know that? The NFL has its own day of the week. Sunday.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So Roger Goodell is appealing to himself. He hired the chick. Whoever he selects, he hired. He's appealing to himself. But if the chick has any integrity, she's gonna stick with her original rule. And look, the guy,
no, she doesn't do it. She doesn't do it, sir. It's out of her hand.
He gets somebody else.
Yeah, it's a black guy.
He should. If he has any kind of integrity, he should stick to the original rule. Look, this dude sat out a whole year. Even though he got paid, he sat out a whole year. Now you're gonna take 6 more games from him, even though he did get the $45 million guaranteed, so he ain't broke. He really missing nothing. But he's just killing his career. So no, again, let him sit the 6 games, let him play 10, let him play the 11, sit the 6, play the 11, and let's move on from this. But Roger Goodell is trying to appease the female fan base because he knows, them chicks gonna be out front of Cleveland Brown Stadium protesting. He's a rapist. He did this. He did that. All you gotta do is accuse somebody nowadays. You ain't gotta prove it. Just say they did it. And that screws you over. You know what I mean?
This is the guy right here who's his name is Peter C. Harvey. He was the Attorney General for New Jersey. He's gonna hear the case and he's gonna make the decision. This is him. Man, he look like he's been hating on me.
In trouble.
He's in trouble, man. He in trouble. This guy's gonna look at his haircut, man. This guy's going to jail. He gonna try to relitigate the case and put him in prison. Shit. This ain't looking good, man. People like Deshaun Watkins stuffed him in the locker, man. This ain't looking good for him. It's not looking good. I don't see it. Yeah, this is him. Yeah. He's gonna do what Roger Goodell want him to do. I'm sorry, in my opinion.
Chan, you still there?
Yeah, but I don't know anything about this story at all.
But look at Deshaun Watson and look at this dude.
No.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, he's gonna be in problems. He was bullied at school for sure. So now, yeah. Oh God, look. Yeah.
Yeah, he got that. Yeah, he look like he call them thugs. Pull yourself up by your bootstrap, face ass nigga, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
He said. Meanwhile, Ben was brought up on charges and got 4-game suspension. Yeah, but the league has changed since then too. That was before the knockout punch. I did see the TO video. I'm gonna get on that on my members only slider deal. I'm about to land the plane on this one. I wish I was here earlier. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that more on members only. All right, man. Yeah. Shit, that's it for me. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add?
Thanks for having me, Mark. I'll pull up on members only anyway. So see you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Thanks for having me, brother. You know what I'm saying? I've been up since early, so I'm finna go to bed. But free Brittany Griner, man. 9 years was way too much. Love you, Chan. Yeah, 9 years was way too much for Brittany Griner, man. Let her go.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
All right, Lady Shan, plug your channel.
Come Box with Shan. Go live every Monday, the weekly wrap-up show. And Wednesdays for members only. Tap in. Thanks for having me, Mark.
All right, I'll see y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all. All right, dope. All right, man. It's been another great episode of Breaking Beats. You already know what we do. We break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and anything else you and I feel like talking about. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. We like to let the jokes fly. You know why? Because life is serious enough. Always remember, dreams require sleep, goals require effort. You can get that hoodie at marqnash.com, marqnash.com. You can also get the Breaking Beats hoodie, the What Can I Say? Got some boxing life gear up there. Live a clean boxing life, man. Live a clean boxing life. You're going to get into this game. Go run and tell your YouTube daddy I said it. Yeah, man. And it's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. We're going to go right into members only. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Sign up for members only. I think you can watch the episodes and watch the playbacks. $2.99, less than $1 a week, and you know you get about 3 or 4 shows a week. So Yeah, I think it's a fair deal. Paying about what, 20 cents a show, 25 cents a show. So I think the show is worth 25 cents. And if you don't, well, fuck you too. Hey, look, I just want y'all to remember, look, sometimes the conversations, they get a little heated, get a little crazy, goes a little off the rails sometimes. But always remember, I love y'all. Hope you love yourself. But more importantly, God loves you, and so does Marq Nash in the neighborhood. But never forget this, homie.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Drive, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
No, Dr. Mark. God made it possible, and so did viewers like you. Again, man, shout out to everybody, man. Thanks for supporting the show in a major way. Let me do a quick shout out, and one more time. I did one at the beginning. Let me do one right here at the end. Shout out to all the members of the neighborhood. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to Breona, Washington.
What up?
Born Supreme.
What up?
Karma Supreme.
What up?
I said Karma Supreme. Karma Serene.
What up?
Lisa Bells.
What up?
That guy Eclipse 330.
What up?
Ace Retro.
What up?
Lady Shan.
What up?
Dub Right Side.
What up?
My boy Jake Legault.
What up?
Ride of the Storm.
What up?
Boxing Lounge.
What up?
Tank the Sweet Science Examiner.
What up?
Puro.
What up?
D Bevel the Champ. Appreciate you, homie.
What up?
Rob G.
What up?
Derek Lincoln. Thank you all so much.
What up, gangsta?
See you on the next one.